Welcome, Hybrid Warriors. In this lesson, we're going to be going over elbows. Now, in Krav Maga, we have 7 different elbow strikes that we use and that we teach. And this is mostly just for use in different directions and things like that. All right, so elbows are one of my personal favorite strikes to use. They're quick, they're fast, effective, and brutal. All right, now, depending on the elbow strike, we're going to be hitting either here, so kind of in front of the elbow, or behind the elbow back here. Now, we're mostly not going to be impacting with this tip. And there's some schools of thought that'll say, yeah, you want to cut through. But for us, we want to do impact damage with that big bone here. So when we do elbow strikes, we're putting our whole body behind it here and mostly locking our arm into place. So if I'm doing what we call an elbow one, I'm starting from my fight stance, it would look like this here. Okay. And that's without movement. That's just static. But that's what an elbow looks like. And I'm swinging through here. As far as body mechanics go, it works just the same as anytime we do any strike on our right side, if I'm here, or even this kind of strike here. And what I mean by that is my body is doing all the same things I would be doing for something like a punch or a hammer fist, right? I'm just moving into it. So all that power comes from the core and rotation of my body and not my arm. So if we do this slowly, you'll see that my arm and that shoulder joint really doesn't move that much. It's mostly my body that achieves that motion. And then if I need even more, I can pivot on that back foot like this. Okay, once we go to throw our strike, a lot of times, especially if I'm looking at a rear strike, and our rear elbow is always going to be kind of that more powerful hit, right? You're going to want to lead with the strike from your lead side. So that could be an actual jab. It could be just having our hand out. But what that does is it opens up our body, so now we can power through with that power hand here, okay? So that might be elbow, elbow. That might be jab, elbow. And notice I did that jab and then advanced. I stepped in. It's because my jab is further range. So I had to close that distance here for that elbow. But something to open up this side here. So now I can return with more power, bam, into that elbow. So we're kind of understanding the mechanics of what makes an elbow powerful. Now, just a couple more details. We keep our hand open. We don't want to constrict these muscles. We want to just keep everything loose, right? And we do kind of lock that shoulder in place, but everything else here, we're just going to let loose here and have that ability to move freely like this. Okay, so don't worry about making a fist. So here's a quick overview of the format that we use to categorize these elbows. So 1 is to the front here, bam, okay. 2 is uppercut elbow, or to the front and high. 3 is to the front and low, bam, just like this, okay. 4 is to the side, high, like this. 5 is to the side and low, here. 6 is high, straight back, bam. And 7 is low, straight back, here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so as you can see, elbows for mostly different directions. Elbow 1 is just your standard. That's what we're going to use for most threats right in front when we're in a close range situation. Elbow 2 is also just kind of a close range in front kind of strike here. And that is sometimes called uppercut elbow. That's going for the jaw. We're going straight up, bam. Maybe you want to break through somebody's guard. Maybe you're elbowing with your normal elbow number 1 strikes, bam, bam. And maybe the defense starts to be here, right? If you're attacking someone and they start to block, it gives us a perfect opening now, right here between the arms, bam, elbow 2. Okay, elbow number 3 is a low elbow here, and then sometimes we'll go to the front with it like this occasionally. And this is usually going to be targeted towards the back of the head. So usually to get there, someone might be reaching in to take us down, and we're moving, sprawling, we call it here, bam, and dropping an elbow into the back of the head. We might start with the groin kick, and we get them low, and now we're going to finish that with an elbow to the back of the head. Again, remember, this is self-defense. It's not just a fight. So we're having to pull out all the measures we can to stop this fight and survive and get out of there. Okay, Elbow 4. So I love this as a quick reflexive strike when someone is trying to surprise me from the side or from an angle. So this is here. Bam. Okay, now I always look. We always have to look when we're striking in a direction that's not directly in front of us. You don't know. 2 reasons. This could be somebody I don't want to strike for whatever reason. Maybe you got a friend who's messing with you and just having some fun and you don't want to bust his teeth open, right? Or same thing, maybe it is a bad guy and they're attacking you. We just want to look and make sure we're hitting the correct target and not missing. Okay, so we always look, bam, here first. Okay, that's elbow number 4. Elbow number 5 is low to the side, and usually we'll talk about this if we're already kind of starting from low. So maybe I'm kneeling, maybe I'm looking at something on the ground, maybe I drop something, I'm reaching down, I get attacked from the side here, then I'm coming up. Okay, now there's a couple targets. We can go for the body, we can go for the groin. Me personally, I like to use this elbow 5 coming up and straight to the jaw. So we're starting from low here. Okay, number 6 is straight back. Kind of same thing with number 4, where we get attacked from behind. I always have to look. And just an example that I can give one time is one time somebody I knew tried to give me a hug from behind, and I was surprised, didn't know who it was, and went to elbow, and thankfully pulled it last second and did not hit this person that turned out to be a friend. So we always want to make sure we look first before we strike. And as I look at chamber means getting that strike ready to go, ready to fire. Here, it's chambered. And then, obviously, if I decide I'm going to carry through with that strike, bam, I can continue. And if not, I'm good to go. All right, and then lastly, number 7. Again, I'm starting from low, right? So, again, maybe I drop something, I'm checking something out on the ground. I get attacked from behind, okay? And I see my target. Again, I could go for the body. I could potentially go for the groin, but typically a hammer or fist would be better for that. So this one, I like to bring it up to the jaw here, okay? Now, that's elbows 1 through 7. Real quick, we're not going to take long on this, and you guys will practice this on your own at home. But real quick with me, we're going to do some reps here. We call these dry reps. So fight stance, just like this, starting with 1. We're just going to do 5 reps on each elbow. Count them out with me. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving on to elbow 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 1. Always reset. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now number 5 elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, number 6. Starting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, number 7. Here we go. Make sure you count them out with me. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and that's going to be it for elbows today, guys. Make sure you do reps. So what I would like you to do is get in your fight stance, and doesn't matter how fast you go, but you're just going to work 20 reps on each elbow, and then you're good to go. All right, have a great rest of your day.